I don't doubt it. There we go.
Aha, there we go. Hello.
Yes.
Hey, everybody. Good evening. It's that time again. It's Thursday. Rest of the week. Next Wednesday, of course, for Lorie TV. But I've got all my friends here online. I got you guys on Facebook, and we are about to dive into another fantastic topic.
Yes.
Another adult topic. And tonight's topic is about when a messy life messes up your money. All right? So we're going to be transparent and have some good conversations tonight about it. But before we get rocking and rolling, let's introduce our fun friends that have been rocking with Unleashed, I would say, for a little bit over 7 months now. So I wanted to introduce why we do it. Thursdays is the happy hour day, basically, for us to get together and talk about whatever topics that we need centered around business, fun, relationships, those kind of topics, just to make sure that we are staying on top of our game. So Tanisha and I last year had really just started a topic that started on Facebook, and then it just got out of control, and it started rolling off the page, and we said, you know what, we need to have our own space. So I welcome everybody that tunes in every week. If you take a look at the link on my page, feel free to chime in. You can also be on the Zoom conference with everybody, but you can also chime in with your comments. So share the page, because somebody might need this funny topic for tonight. But it's going to be good, because I'm actually walk away with some of the good tips myself. All right? We've all had a little bit of messiness in our life. Trust me.
Oh no.
Some a little bit more than others. So I hope everybody has their happy hour drink, glass, whatever is in your cup, water, lemonade. Daniel's got his water. What you got there, boo?
Cynthia.
She's got a custom cup. She's got a custom cup. Carl, so everybody's got their glass. Angie, you got yours?
Yes,
I have mine.
You got yours. Okay. I muted you out a little bit, Carl. All right, so you guys just stand by just in case you got questions, and you can always chime in with questions. Tanisha, who are you, love?
ma'am. Hey. Hi, everybody.
Hey. Hi. Oh, what's going on?
What's up, man? What's going on, Daniel?
Not much, man. See, you got the little one.
Right. For now.
Right.
Oh. Tanisha, who are you, darling?
Hello, everybody. I'm Tanisha. I am a real estate professional.
Bring it, girl. Who are you?
Licensed in Maryland and DC. I am also a future author, wealth, and opportunity magnet. Just excited about the opportunity.
Love it.
That's an opportunity magnet. She's a beast at what she does.
Yes,
we don't all just have real estate professionals on the line. But when we do, we got the best of the best.
Hello.
Thank you.
That's really good.
All right. Who else we got up here? Angie, ladies first.
Good evening. Tanisha undersold herself because remember, she is a real estate mogul.
She changed. She changed up. It was her birthday, so now she had to think about it. She's like, wait a minute, I'm going to shift myself a little bit for 2018.
I'm Angela Hairston. I am your entrepreneur in the kitchen, and just trying to make a life.
Entrepreneur in the kitchen. So you know what that means? She makes it happen in the stove. All right?
On the stove, making that money.
On the stove, on top of the stove, around the stove. She makes it happen. Trust me. She's made a brunch for me before, and I appreciate that. So I know she can bust out in the kitchen. So thank you, love, for always tuning in.
Love to be here.
Carl?
Yes.
Who are you, sir? Got your wife, baby
girl
in the background.
Wife, say hello. Yeah.
Hi. Hey, beautiful.
Yeah, whenever
I'm taking it. I'm sorry.
Her hair is beautiful. Your wife's hair is beautiful.
she said your hair is beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Well, my name is Carl, and I'm an independent contractor. I drive for Seba Logistics, and I have a local route in the Baltimore area, and also a fabulous father, husband. Got a project that I'm working on right now regarding my CD. That's what's going on with me, and everything is on point, and we're working, and we're going to have it out soon.
What kind of CD? You just kind of snuck it in there like, I'm just working on a CD. Back to you.
CD, it's an adult contemporary CD. For the most part, it's ballads. It's love songs, ballads.
We like ballads.
Stuff that can cross over. It's like crossover music.
Mm-hmm.
So it's adult. I say adult contemporary.
Okay.
So I think pretty much everybody will like it.
So Carl McGugan, I'm gonna make sure he's tagged on here. So when his music comes out, you can click on there and make sure that you are a part of the ballad CD.
That's what's up. There you go.
Right. Coming soon, right?
Yes.
All right. So we always like to drop and rep all of our friends doing big things. So when he has that release, it's going to be a big deal.
That's what's up.
All right.
We'll need all the support.
All your friends, if your friends aren't repping you, they're not repping you. They're not really friends of yours.
There you go.
Get some new friends. Get some new friends. If they don't support you and just make a big deal out of, hey, you got a raise? Woo! Oh, you got fired? Woo! You got to make a big deal out of everything.
Yeah.
It's a big deal to them. So thanks, Carl. All right,
Okay.
last but not least, Daniel Bethay. Who are you, sir? Why are you popping up on this screen?
Well, first because you told me to. It's like,
What did you say?
no, I'm just messing around. My name is Daniel Bethay, aka Dr. Dan. I am a real estate investor investing with Liberty Homes Investment Group. I am also an author of the book Tears of a Man, the Poetic Chronicles of a Young Heart.
See what friends do?
Very well. So if you all have not got the book, I promise you, you're missing out. So definitely go to my website, www.danielbethay.com, and you can get it from there for $25. Great book. You won't.
Poetry, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
So poetry.
You won't regret it.
I can't say that it's going to get you or land you that woman, but you can get some points, fellas. See what they like to read. See what they like.
Right.
So book, investor,
and avid, or should I say, billionaire day trader.
Billionaire day trader.
Billionaire day trader.
He's a billionaire.
Mm.
All right. I'm a billionaire in the making.
Oh yeah, you better believe it.
I'm a billionaire in the making.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So for me, Lorie Woodruff, realtor, author. I like to keep myself last. Realtor, author, and host of Lorie TV, and working mostly in the Maryland and DC area, just like Miss Tanisha does, and really just looking to see people get their best. Always get their best. So however that is, if it is just coaching through conversations, and sometimes it is just helping with credit repair, it could just be a conversation just to get you through that moment. That's what I do. But I happen to sell real estate too. So at the same time, y'all ready to rock and roll?
Ready to rock and roll.
Let's do it.
Tonight's topic is
Ready.
fun, and Kevin's not online, so hopefully Kevin will be sliding through in a few minutes.
Yeah, where is Kevin at?
He's coming. He's probably trying to get into a good area of reception.
Right.
Not good on the reception at all. Kevin, if you hear us out there, we're talking about you, so what?
Right.
You know it's true.
Last night, that balcony would have been perfect.
Ooh, need Wi-Fi. All right, when a messy life messes up your money, let's rock and roll. A messy life can open your eyes to so many things. Have you ever wondered, why can't I get my personal life together? Why can't I get my mental space together? How can I get my financial life together? And how come I'm not getting my professional space like the way I want it to be? You ever wonder that?
Mm-hmm.
Why are those things not working out? And we're not just talking about clean your room today, all right? We're talking about organizing your life. So organizing or decluttering is not meant to completely turn your life around, but simply to make more room for the things that matter. So the fewer messy moments in your life gives you more time freedom to focus on things that are adding value to it, all right? So we're going to talk about 7 steps to stop being messy. messy. Just messy, messy. All right?
Okay.
Messy has
All
so many components to it. So we're going to talk about 7 steps to not be messy. Now, disclaimer, we're not perfect. Everyone on this line tonight, trust and believe we are not perfect, and I know you're not neither. Your name is not Jesus Christ, Messiah, none of that. So we try our best every day, but we're giving you these tips, right, Carl, just so we can spread the love and just say, you know what, I need to work on that. And that's all we're doing, but we're just, putting some sense of humor into it. So number 1 is spend 15 minutes a day decluttering an area of your house. 15 minutes decluttering. What y'all think about that? You got 15 minutes, right?
That's still in progress.
Mm-hmm.
You said it's still in, that's progress. That's a little bit each day. Like when you leave the house in the morning and there's dishes in the sink, for example.
Oh, yeah.
You come back home, those same dishes plus some more are in there. If you take 10 minutes to wash the dishes before you go to bed, that's reducing some messiness.
Yeah. And it's actually reducing time that you have to spend on trying to get that done later on when you got something important to do.
Yeah.
Or hire a maid.
Or get a maid. All right? If this is not your thing, I know some friends of mine are just all over the place. And sometimes my room looks like it's. And at the same time, it takes just a little bit of effort each day just to make that effort. So like Tanisha said, if you are not that strong in that department, you need it. Get a maid service. They don't cost that much. And you can sit there and work. You can sit there and just be chilling in your crib while they're working in the house. How much do they cost? Do they come to your house like once a month?
For me, no. I hire as needed.
Hire as needed. Okay, but they're not that expensive. I had one young lady come to the house. I think she was at like $90.
You use Sylvia?
That's all you want?
You use Sylvia or somebody else?
Sylvia is one person, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is that for the day?
Huh?
Is that for the day?
That was till she was finished. $90.
That's it?
Not bad.
That was it, and that's what I said. And I was like, wait a minute. I gave her more, but that was the maintenance. Not the first initial one, but $90.
Mine was $125.
So they're not that expensive. So you take a look at $125 if you have
the whole house.
You might need it more often. If you're single like me, or just there's 1 or 2 people in the house, you got to see.
I need her info.
See what I'm saying? Daniel was like, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
What I do is my wife, she cleans up during the week, and then on Saturdays I clean up on the weekends. But I go downstairs. My office is the message. I handle my office at the end of the day.
Yeah. Our office is typically the war zone. Our office is typically the war zone, but everything else is pretty much presentable. If the president came over to my house, I would be like, come sit down right here. I would be okay. But yeah, so take a little bit. All I'm saying is do one or the other, or both, please. But when you have people come over and you always have to say, oh, excuse the mess.
Right.
That gets a little old sometimes. People may not.
Nobody want to deal with that.
Nobody really wants to sit on your couch if you got banana peels and Cheetos all stuck up in the sofa.
That's a rat.
That's a rat. Right. So
women have Cheetos and all kinds of other stuff.
Like, oh, there's that paper I was looking for.
We ain't doing that.
Right. So ladies, all right, and gentlemen at the same time.
That's true.
When you go over somebody's house for the first time, that first impression is everything. And if you go over there, it could go one or two ways. They know you're coming, so they're going to put the candles out. You're going to see the candles all in the bathroom. Like, oh, they're so clean. But drop over there 2 weeks later, unannounced. See how that crib looks.
Or peep their car real quick.
Huh?
Or peep their car real quick.
Daniel's looking at people's car. So if their car is a mess, that kind of gives you a little bit of indication. Might be some unorganization somewhere else.
Whole lot.
leading somewhere here. We're not penalizing you because it's a messy space. What I'm saying is the cleaner and organized that those things can be, the finances, the personal life, all gets affected in a better way when those things are in order.
Right.
Think about it, okay? So there's a way we're going with this. There was a couple weeks back, I don't know if you all remember, I had posted a picture. I was looking at a property to not list it, but I was looking at to buy the property as an investment property. And I took a picture of this lady's room. You remember that?
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Ooh, it caused so much controversy. I'm like, let me take this shit down. Let me take it down, okay? Because it was just taken out of context. No, it was not a specific client of mine. I was looking at the property. Now, you take a look at pictures all the time. It doesn't have an address on it. She's a friend of mine. It had nothing labeling her name on it. So it was a messy room. All I said was, fellas, what would you say if her room looked like this? All right. So, people were just taking it like, man, why did you take a picture of it? I'm like, all right, this is the messy folks coming out because they're offended. If you have a room that might look like that, you probably got offended. So I apologize if you got offended. But the point of the matter is, just like this topic we're talking here, when there's unorganization going on here, there's something else in your life that probably could use some tightening up.
Yep.
That was it. No judgment zone.
You got all that haterade on Facebook for real?
I just took it down. I'm like, y'all doing too much. You remember that scene?
Listen, if you don't, my thing is this: if you're unorganized, every part of your life is going to become unorganized. You know what I mean? There's no if and buts about it. You know what I mean? Your relationships is going to become messy. Your finances is going to wind up becoming messy.
Like everything.
Spiritual life is going to be messy because you don't have any type of organization. You don't have any type of structure.
Right.
And if you don't have any structure, you're just all over the place.
Just all over the place. Oh, okay, I'm going to get that. So it's no judgment zone. As I said from the beginning, we're not judging, but it's just some tidbits to help get on track so that it can fix some of those areas that you might have issues with.
Yeah.
Now, I know, like I was writing out the topics on here, y'all, and I was getting excited. I was like, I'm about to get organized one more time. I'm not like on the verge of OCD, but I enjoy an organized space.
Yes.
Okay. So a lot of my friends are the same way. I don't know how we all kind of migrated together, but
But this is the other thing. If you want to see any type of success in your life, you have to be organized.
there you go.
Absolutely.
Dr. Dan says it. So if Dr. Dan says it, that is the truth. All right. Number 2, we got a few more to go. Number 2 is automate your bill payments through one account. I did that. One of my good friends, Adrian, helped me last year get organized. I'm going to give him a huge shout out. One of my good friends, Adrian Jones. And he was like, all right, so you've got your debits coming out of this account and this account for your business. You're all kind of all over the place. Where are the business expenses coming out? I was like, that's a good idea. Yeah. Sometimes it's a little small things. It could be, even if you don't have a business, but have maybe 1 to 3 different accounts. One is your personal account. That's your play money. That's your going out money. The other account could be just for bills. That's the debit card and account number you give just for those automatic debits to come out. Mm-hmm. The other one, is just maybe a long-term savings account. What y'all think about that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's actually one of the things that I'm going to I have to kind of separate my, because matter of fact, after talking to Tanisha on Sunday, I realized that having my business account and my personal checking account at the same bank isn't going to work. I have to separate the two.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I agree.
For several reasons. When I got started with my business, I just fresh out the box, just ready to kind of get things moving, and seeing as though that I already had a personal checking account with Wells Fargo, I figured it'd just be easy just to build the business account with them as well. But after realizing some things after talking to Tanisha, I have to separate the two because you can't commingle funds. And if they actually see that there's any type of commingle funds transferring personal money over to your business account, and vice versa,
Okay.
you are getting audited real quick.
You might need to move into a different area because you sound a little choppy.
Oh, I do.
You do. But yes, that's what Daniel was saying was keep the business and personal accounts even in separate bank accounts, banks, so that it keeps everything separated. So however you do it, separate it. Husbands and wives, I don't know, Carl, how do you guys do it? Because you got
we do a separate, yes, business. I have a separate bank for my business, personal, and then what we do to pay the bills for our for the household expenses, everything's separate. All that.
Separate it. Put those bills somewhere separate. And then the only challenge is, all right, your debit card expires, right? And then you got to change your card to all of those ones. But write them down somewhere and maybe keep it somewhere on a computer, all of the accounts that you have coming out of that debit account.
Right.
Yes. You know, AT&T, you got maybe rent, cell phone, PG&E, whatever you got coming out of this particular bank. All right. That way, if anything happens and you got to update your card, you can go right to the list and just say, okay, these are the ones I got to update. I'm just getting excited talking about organization. Yes. No more messiness.
It's also easier to kind of track all your expenses for the year.
What?
I mean, if you have, it's easier to track all your expenses, you know, saying
it is.
Year.
Absolutely.
You know, so
it is.
If you have, you know, everything coming out of your business account, you can see all the transactions coming out.
Clearly.
You know, versus in your personal, everything is like all over the place.
Right. So thank you, Adrian Jones. If you were checking this thing out, I so thank you. And I do this all the time. You would think that's something so basic, but I was commingling my monies. Shouldn't have been doing that, but I had a separate business and personal account. So, all right. So that's pretty good. Automated so that things are coming out. And when I say messy, if you always have to sit down and write a check, or you have to sit down and do the automatic debit online, what if you just automate it where it's coming out on that specific date that it's due? That way it's already just make sure you got enough money in the bank.
Yeah. Right. And it helps to increase your credit.
You're breaking up, sir.
Yeah, he is breaking up now.
You're breaking up bad, sir. We'll come back to you shortly.
Not another Kevin episode.
I know. All right.
So
we talked about on a calendar. So we talked about. He's sitting there like this.
Right.
Track your debits on a calendar. So there's no big surprise when debits come out and all of a sudden, how come my service was turned off? Because it always comes out on the 16th and you just forgot that date. Have a calendar set where things are automatically coming out so you can always be prepared. Welcome back, sir.
Hi. Okay. All right. We're back.
Kevin was interfering with the line.
Kevin somehow is getting on your line, you know.
Yeah. He's outside my house taking up my Wi-Fi.
Taking up your Wi-Fi. Your Wi-Fi was disrupted, son. All right. So, Steve, I know you like it tidy and everything. So there's no way that you can have papers. Like I went over Steve's house, and he and his wife are so organized. Like there is nothing out of order. And mine was just a random visit. So with him working in insurance sales, you would think there's papers like somewhere. There was no papers nowhere. So everything is paperless. Everything is online, notes, everything. It's just a laptop and some pens and a picture of his beautiful wife, and that's it on his desk. That's it.
Yeah, Steve looks like the type he's like completely
organized. He is organized. And when you see him, you see sharp coming. And you see why. Yeah. You see where at home life looks like.
Right.
And, you know, there's less clutter. So he's very well organized. So that's a perfect example. Steve DaCosta, big shout out to you, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. So number 3, set up an automatic savings account. Same thing, kind of like number 2. But same thing with here. If it's going to make you save, Set it up where it comes out of your payroll every time you get paid. We gave out the site before. I use American Express Savings because they have a better APR, but you can try banks like Ally or go to bankrate.com and see what might be the best savings account. Better savings account than just your local bank. Because like I said earlier today on a post, they suck. Bankrate.com. Get yourself one and link it to your account. Or use what? What's Acorns? Acorn. Or use Acorn. Dawn, what does that mean? Okay. It will invest for you. See? You got to have these smart friends out here. Thank you, Dawn. So either way, just make sure it is set up. That way, when we're talking about messiness, oh, all of a sudden I don't have that emergency fund that I need when something goes wrong, or I need tires. Oh, I need something at the house that broke down. Well, if you had your emergency savings account, remember we talked about that a little while ago, save at least 10% from your payroll every pay at least, and have that savings account. That's automatic. Your savings account is building as you're rolling around with life.
Got to do it.
Got to do it, right, Carl?
Right.
Tanisha, how are you doing with your goals with that?
I'm working on it. It's actually going pretty well so far. So I'm getting back on track. Thank you.
She's back on it. Okay, so Dawn had said, is it Acorn? It's a great app that will take your change, round up, and get better return on it. Anything can help. That's a good idea. That's a real good idea. So what is it, taking it from your savings account or your bank account?
Yeah. It takes it directly from your bank account, or more so like your checking account.
Mm-hmm.
Type of change that may come back.
Oh.
Takes it from any type of purchase.
That's a good idea. I'm writing that one down.
And just invest it. Yeah.
See, we can learn from one another. I'm writing it down.
It's an app, Acorn app.
Yep. It says it's an app.
Yeah. It just invests your change. And
it links to your bank. So, I guess like every day, maybe it ends, whatever the ending balance is, it just takes the change.
Mm-hmm. So if you go out to purchase something at, say, Chipotle, okay?
Chipotle. Yes.
If you purchase something to say like maybe $10.50, it'll just round everything up to $11 and take that.
Okay.
So it's like it's taking that 46 cent,
spare change,
putting it in.
Give me that change. Yeah, make that change work for you. I like that. Every transaction you do, every transaction you do. I use my debit card for everything, not just at Chipotle, but everywhere. That's a good idea. That's probably the biggest thing I got so far, Dawn. Thank you so much. And Steve, you are welcome. Thank you for showing us how to be a great, unmessy man. Thank you.
Doing it right now.
All right, so you guys got something so far. So number one, we've got spend at least 15 minutes a day decluttering something. If that's not your thing and you just don't have the time, hire a maid service. And if you need maid services, hit me up. I've got a couple of young ladies that do a fantastic job. Number two is automate your bills. Look who's coming in. Number two is automate your bill payments through one account. Your bills through one account. Your personal is another. Your savings is another. Separate it. And number three is set up your savings deposit. And then Dawn had shared about setting up an app through Acorn to help out with saving with our change. So that was the end of number three. So, welcome, Kevin. No.
Earth calling Kevin. Houston, we have a problem.
We just want his internet to work. Baby Jesus, please help. Please help him with his internet somehow, some way.
Let's see, you can appreciate Dan.
We're gonna work on Kevin. All right, number 4.
Is it because he has a tie?
He looked like he just came from a ball game.
Right.
Take me out to the ball game. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if you ever come back. Woo, woo, woo.
We missed you, Kevin. Hey, Jordan, what's going on? Thank you, Dawn, once again. All right, so number 4. To stop being messy, we need to clean up our cell phone every single week. Pick a day, maybe Sunday could be your day, but pick it and go through there and take off the unnecessary crap, like the pictures that you sent all week. Some of that data is taking up way too much space on your phone. The downloads, all that stuff, clear it out. Even your text messages, just clear it out.
I agree.
What you think about that? Daniel, can you commit to that?
Yep, I can definitely commit to that. And matter of fact, I'm going to do that probably later on tonight.
Won't that feel good? You sit there just a little bit. Just a little bit every time. You can just delete. All those text messages that we really get, do we really need to keep them?
Well, no, we don't. Because, we get a lot of group text messages.
Yes, we do.
We get a lot of, images sent to us. All of that stuff is basically collecting, or taking up your space.
Let it go. Delete. Delete.
And it's crazy because if you just delete one text message that may have a ton of different images in it, that alone will just free up so much.
That person that keeps asking for pictures all the time, hey, they're probably causing more mess in your life than you think.
Right.
Show me a pic, right?
Right.
Send me a pic.
You're clogging up my phone.
Right.
This is my weekly clean out. You got to go.
You wasting my data. You're wasting my data.
You're wasting my data, plan.
Something else.
So how do y'all feel about that? Clean it up.
Yeah. I'm guilty, man. I need to do that, man. I got too many pictures, too many texts. I don't know how my phone still work, man.
Well, guess what, buddy? Number 4 is just for you.
Yeah, it's the same thing here. Honestly,
I haven't even thought about it. Never even considered cleaning up the phone.
Right. Let it. You don't need to keep them.
And
Some of those texts do need to keep me out. Come on.
Yes, but the ones that are just random, that's just talking about nothing, you don't need to keep them.
Right. It's crazy because I know, lately with since I was doing the day trading and everything, I've been taking screenshots of all of my trades and sharing it out, so on and so forth. But all of that stuff is still taking up too much space.
Yeah, you don't need to keep them back for so far. Just keep a little bit, but every week, just kind of go in there and see what you need, and then let the rest go. Delete, buddy. Get out of here. All those pics that you sent all week, you know what you look like. You can find that picture again. All right, number 5. I'm not going to stay on that one too long. Y'all's pornographic memories and be like,
oh, Lord.
Oh. Those jeans, are there any room for me?
Hey, I might need your vocals for some backup, man.
all right.
Hey, let's get it in, baby. Let's get it in.
Such a great voice. Great voice. All right, here's a good one. Daniel, remember this one? Number 5 is check your credit report on your birthday. Make a habit of checking your credit report on your birthday. You matter. It's your born day. Remember, your credit is so important. So important. Check it. Some people check it more often because all these different apps out here, Credit Karma and some of them. So you may check it more, but I'm just saying for those that say, well, I don't remember the last time I checked it. It's been like 2014. Check it on your birthday.
Jeez.
Reward yourself. That's the best gift you can give yourself.
That's
the gift that keeps on giving.
Kevin, you are the credit king. So what you think about that?
Man, I think that's genius, man. You'll never forget that, especially on your birthday.
That's right. It's time to check my credit.
Yeah.
Man, that's actually great. I'm going to start using that. I can't even think of to align it with that. I just peekaboo every chance I get. But I think that's
There's
a great
apps now.
everyday.
Dawn, what tool is that for? It helps you know your score and see how you compare. Dawn is bringing it tonight.
Love it.
Dawn said there's a free tool called Turbo. I'm writing it down. Turbo helps you raise your score and give you tips to get better. Instead of calling me all the time, you can find out through
Go to Turbo.
How to do it yourself.
Love it. Love
Yeah.
it.
All right.
So I guess it tells you how you compare nationally, just kind of all over the place.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's good.
Awesome.
620 and below is a poor, sucky score. So the goal is to at least get anything over that, so you can always be on the yes side when they say, would you like to get, and you always get a yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, 0% interest rate. Yes, zero money down. All of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 620 and above, 660 is even better. The national credit score is roughly between 660 and 670. So if you can get it up there or higher, the better. Okay, a lot of these things that we talked about prior to will help get that credit score up, because now you've got time freed up to take care of the things that really matter. All right, automating your bill payments so you're not delaying and procrastinating that. Your savings is on track. It's just the little things, y'all. It's just the little things. Dawn said it's a really cool tool. It takes your filing info from previous years and helps budgeting as well. So she's talking about Intuit, I guess, for taxes now. Taxes, I didn't even put down on here when it comes down to certain, for self-employed people, like I use TaxBot. TaxBot is, you use that too? TaxBot, Tanisha, use that?
Daniel told me about it.
He did. TaxBot, Intuit, a lot of these different apps that you can use keep things simplified so you can track your expenses, your income, and even your mileage.
True.
Because before that, I was the handwriting queen. I would put stuff on a spreadsheet, and I'm like, if I ever burn this computer up, I'm out of luck.
Yeah.
I'm out of luck. So those apps are good because they track it and track your receipts also, so you can take a picture of your receipts with your phone. I love it. So Intuit is one, TaxBot is another. Keep your stuff together.
And your CPA will love you for being so organized.
They would love seeing you around this time of year. They're like, they don't have receipts all over the place. They will get a print. All you would do is at that point is print all of your receipts, and he'll have them in papers like this, rather than papers like here. Here, you figure it out.
I never did that.
A messy life.
Take it. It's all together.
It's tools that we can use.
Right.
TaxBot is what, $9.99 a month? That's it. $2 a month.
Yeah, something like that.
But for me, it keeps me organized when I use things like Intuit and TaxBot, because I was a paper queen.
I was the plastic bag. Throw the receipts in that junk. Then look up. Look up, and then all the ink gone.
Right.
Now I don't know what.
No, it's certain disciplines that you have to do at the time. If you go out and let's say you have a business dinner or you have an expense, let's say you just paid for some education, the receipt's here. Take a picture. It's uploaded, and you throw the damn receipt away. No more messy.
Yeah,
no more papers all over the place. It's all in an application on your phone.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, real quick. I'm just kind of going through my phone real quick.
What's up?
You know what I'm saying? Deleting some of these old photos or what have you while we talking.
Yeah.
Why do I have pictures of, you know, some Girl Scout cookies on my phone?
See? Dumb shit.
Because you're hungry.
Right. You know,
because you want them peanut butter cookies.
Like, why do you need that? Just think about it. Do I need this? Just think about it.
Because you want them thin ants.
Look, likely, actually it's close, but you know what I'm saying? We're going to push it. But the thing is, like, yeah, I sent it out in a text message, and I don't need it anymore.
So let it go. All right? So that's everybody. You hear Daniel? If you don't need it, let it go.
Right.
You don't need that post. You sent it out Tuesday. You're not going to resend that same damn post again. You're not. Let it go.
Yep.
Bye. All right? Clean up. Clean up. All right, number 6 has to do with your credit card. Number 6 is transfer and consolidate your debts if you have credit cards to a lower interest rate card.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people are playing that game. They got 3, 4 different credit cards. Okay, no problem if you keep the balances low, but look at what has the lowest rate, and that should be where the majority of your charges are.
I have a question, Lori.
Yes, sir.
Now, when you say consolidate, are you saying? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Transfer.
Are you saying to consolidate the debt or consolidate the monies from the cards that you owe on to another card?
That's the same thing.
No. What I let me put it like this. You know how when we say when you consolidate multiple bills to make it one, your credit score shoots down.
Mm-hmm.
But what you're saying is you're saying not that, but more so if you have multiple cards, take those cards and the debt on the cards and just transfer it to that one. That's what you're talking about.
Yes. Transfer.
All right, so total. Okay. All right.
Transfer the balance to a lower interest rate card.
Okay. All right. Cool.
And I think a lot of times we just don't pay attention when we get the credit card. We're so damn excited that we just have it that we're not really paying attention to. It's 23%. As your credit gets better, you have more options to say, well, no, I think I want to go over here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So just word to the wise, you could save money by transferring those balances over to a low or no interest card.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and Steve, of course. And I when I put that in there, I was like, okay, this is like keep the debt alive. We're talking about if you have it, transfer it, pay it down. But we need to learn how to eliminate it at the same time.
Dang, you're still deleting pictures.
I know he's busy. Yeah. Let him be. You got to do one thing at a time.
Man, that's a weekend. That's a weekend job, man. 2 minutes.
Yeah. So we're going to talk more about how to eliminate debt later. That's a whole nother topic tonight. It's already 10 o'clock. But yeah, if you have it, we're creating an unmessy space by just reducing your rates. So you can save some money. Okay. And the last thing is number 7 is unsubscribe from useless emails and social media friends. Let it go. Let it go. They have no value. Let it go.
I gotta go to my email. See, now y'all gonna have
I want to delete my whole Facebook account, but I want my pictures.
One at a time. Hold on. What'd you say?
I want to delete my entire account on Facebook, but I want my pictures. They make it hard.
There is a way when you go on social media that some of the accounts that you could post that'll always be at the top of the trend. Like the only one I have at the top of the trend is one of my mentors. Whenever he comes on, he's at the top. And then the vegetarian and vegan sites. Everybody else kind of floats below that. But if you've got people on there talking trash, not adding any kind of value to your space, let it go.
I delete it quick.
Yeah, because that still creates that capacity to look at that mess. Now you're intertwined with that mess. And now you're in a messy conversation with that mess. You see how it all starts? So if you didn't have the mess to begin with, then it's no distraction. Does that make sense?
Taking up.
I be deleting them people, man. I be deleting like a mom. Delete.
Friends list is going down.
Yeah, my John be. I be like, how you get on my?
You got it. You got it.
I be like, man, how the hell you get on my page? I know I ain't request you or accept you.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You probably did it, but you got to let them go now.
I think you better let it go. Let it go.
So do you guys have any, ladies and gentlemen, do you have anything extra to add to the messy space? Because I didn't get fully into dating, but these are the kind of things for you to get your personal and financial space together.
Right.
So that the next level that comes open is, all right, I'm open. I got my things together. My shit is organized. My kitchen is organized. My bedroom is organized. Hello.
Yeah.
So that means your relationship is, well, not so messy at that point. Who's lying? Wendy? You guys have any tips, any extras that need to be added to it? How to stop being messy?
I mean, that's thinking.
Don't be afraid to hire help. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, the professional help, I already set up my Acorn account. That's awesome.
You did it already? I'm about to do mine when I get off the phone.
It's already done.
I'm going to look at Turbo thanks to Dawn.
Yeah, send that info out. Lorie.
Which one?
All of it, to be honest with you, especially the
It's in the Facebook thread.
Okay, perfect.
Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure everybody that's on the line that's on here on Zoom, make sure that they will be tagged. So if you needed to get in touch with Kevin Howell, you can get in touch with Tanisha. Which last name are we using? Simpson?
On Facebook, yes.
Tanisha Simpson, real estate specialist in the area, extraordinaire. Okay. Carl McGugan is in the Maryland area as well, so you can make sure you reach out to him. He's probably still going to be cleaning up his email and his cell phone for a little while, sounds like. So he likes to text a lot.
I'm going to have to hire somebody to clean my email.
Listen, this is about to be a nightly thing.
Yeah, so I hope you got something valuable. Get rid of messy people, Steve. I know, Wendy, he did. But like Tanisha, what did you just say? If you need to hire help, hire help. And I guess the mindset is oh, it costs so much money, but you don't even know how much it costs to get it fixed. Like you didn't know when I shared with you $90 to $125 for housekeeping. Like you spend that by accident over a weekend. So imagine if they detailed and cleaned your house and you can come home and just get in order.
Just better to schedule your time too. You know, just look at your schedule, how it is during the week, and see what you can do. You know, to make things easier. You know, and that save you money in the long run too. You know, so you don't have to pay money for this, that to get this done and that so forth. But just look at your time, look at your schedule. See, hey, how can I improve it? How can I make it better? You know,
right. Get a calendar. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a matter of making the most of each day.
Right.
Yeah.
15 minutes is cleanup time. Right at 10 o'clock. And so I wanted to leave you with a quote. Kevin, you ready?
Let's go.
The quote that I'm leaving everybody with is, tomorrow is the busiest day of the week. Start now. Start now. Let that sink in for a minute. Everybody's saying, I'll do it tomorrow. That's why the 15 minutes that you can do each day takes off the tomorrow.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Bars.
You like that? Bars.
That was dope. Yeah. My mind gonna be. That's like a mind. I ain't gonna say the other word I'm gonna use. That's like a mind.
Thank you.
Sure. Yeah.
So did everybody? So this is how to create that unmessy space so that our personal space is open. Our financial space is definitely better, and open. And our professional space is open as well. So not only our house, we're not just talking about the Cheetos and the sofa being messy like that. Today's topic is really just about just how to get our life from an unmessy state. All right. So if you guys have any other questions, you always can chime in. Next week, y'all gonna love this one.
Okay, what's the next
Going back to real estate. All right, the first of the month, we're going to end up. We're going to talk a little bit more on real estate on Thursday. Real Estate Investing 101.
Nice.
That'll be next Thursday. So Tanisha, you and I are going to talk a little bit.
All right.
Real Estate Investing 101. Daniel, we're going to talk a little bit. And I don't know if any property managers are in our circle.
Not yet.
But anybody that's property managers, you make sure you come back because we might need to get your opinion. All right. So signing off here on Facebook. Thanks, dear. You have a great night too. And happy birthday again to your wife, Steve. All right, you guys have a good time. We'll see you.
Birthday girls rock. February birthday girls.
I think you better go.
All night cleaning my daggone.
Let it go, baby. Looks like a mother love TKO.
So we're going to sign out from here as well. So
Alrighty.
until next Thursday, you guys hold on a second, but we'll sign off from here online.